157 Liberty Street, this neighborhood. I'm standing in the street, so I'm sure looking like a weirdo to people, but I give you just a little circle round. Founders Point, well-established neighborhood, lots of mature trees, very quiet, very relaxed. As I was standing here, there was some guy running, doing his athletic duties for the day. So driveway, you do have room for 2 cars, and then obviously the garage. The garage door height standard is between 7 and 8. This is arched a little bit, so it's still probably 7. For the standard height, it's just got the arch there. Landscape nicely. I'm not sure what these trees are, but they are everywhere here in Virginia. Lots of mulch. It is on a slope, if you can tell. It's on a slope. Sometimes the video, a couple of things to note about the video. I have to do the wide angle lens on the phone to capture everything, so there's the difference. So sometimes things are going to look further away than they are, or they're going to look bigger instead of the actual. So if I catch it and it's a small room but the camera makes it look big and I catch it, I will say something. Just standing outside here, for whatever reason, that window up there is taped. Looks like it's broken and taped. Just something to note. So the roof looks in good condition. Obviously I'm not a contractor, but I'm also not a moron and I can see things. Looks like you got cedar shake. They look vinyl cedar shake. And then right here, which we'll see when we get up on the porch, is like a rock wall feature, which is nice. We got the board and batten vinyl also. I do know that is a magnolia tree, which they drop those gigantic seed pods that are annoying. But if you hire a landscaper, shouldn't bother you too much. Unless you like picking those things up. I hated them. My parents have them. I'm just going to point out everything I see, okay? You might care about it, you may not care about it, but I see it, I point it out. Just looks like this has been painted at some point and some of the paint is starting to chip. And actually this is this isn't vinyl. This is cement board. So it can be repainted a color of your choosing. Hopefully they still know what the color is. Okay. There's your neighbors. Yep, see, this is cement board. You can fill it in and this can be repainted. So if you didn't like the door or the color of the home. Looks like it has a Generac generator, which is nice if you ever lose power. Does have gutters. Just some things to note. It's got some peeling paint up there. Right there. Again, it is wood. So just be careful with wood. Wood eventually will deteriorate. That right there is a dryer vent. Needs a new cover. They're like 10-15 bucks. Now this property doesn't seem to be fenced. That's a neighbor's fence. That's your other neighbor's fence. But this is not fenced. And if I was to take a guess with the mow lines, I think it goes like right down here would be like neighbors and then yours. Okay. And again, cosmetic things, but just things to budget for. Looks like it needs some new caulk and paint up there. Got some new HVACs. Well, they don't look too new, but something died here. I don't know what this is. Something died here. But this is your backyard. It's not a huge backyard. Okay. It is nice. I love all the trees with the shade. That's nice. Give you some views up there. So cement board can be painted. I do see the weeping holes in the brick veneer, so that's done correctly at least. This is cute. It's like a little walkway here. If you wanted a pool back here, definitely got to cut some trees. Some trees down. Really tall trees, actually. And then I'm assuming that's not your property, but it could be. I see some white flags over there, so I don't know if that's the end of it or not. So we got like a little pergola here. I say little, but it's a very large pergola. Looks like they have a zip line. Yeah, they do. I don't think you can see it, but this line right here, it goes down there, and then there's like this thing that you set on. It's a zip line, and it goes all the way to that tree. Does got a couple little trash back here that probably needs to get picked up. This is kind of like a gully, so it is wet. Probably catches like all the rainwater. During the summertime, mosquitoes. But if you go to like Walmart or Amazon and just toss a little couple mosquito dunks in there is what I do, because I have big wet ditches in the back of my house. Typically seems to take care of it. Back over here, because it's so shaded, not a lot of grass. Just keep that in mind. Tons of mulch right here though. Let's take a peek here. This is sturdy, very sturdy. Looks like we got an outdoor gas fireplace. The ceiling is wood slat, so at some point that will probably need some maintenance. And all the yellow that you see, that's all the pollen. Kind of looks like some mortar got splashed whenever this was put in. This is granite. I'm not sure what this was for, but we do have an outdoor kitchen. These are just like little storage. It's kind of rusted through. And then, does this work? Oh, yeah, it totally works. Burners and grill. So this is the outside.